Hi, and I'm back. I got something to drink, even though I feel that my voice is going to give up, but we'll see. So, next up is Kerby Rosanes. I have two books of him, Imagenomorphia and Mythomorphia. This is, funnily enough, the British edition, and this is the US edition. Oh well, as I said, I always get the one that is more cheap. So I'm sure you have seen this. It's wonderful doodly style. I love his pictures, but I haven't done any of his. It's just because the size just intimidates me. If I was to start one of those, I'd sit on it for weeks, months. I'm such a slow colorist. Yeah. I really like Imagenomorphia and I love Mythomorphia. Really enjoy seeing the finished artworks of people. I mean, one of these days maybe I'll try one of the single-sided ones he has. Like the Phoenix, oh god, I love Phoenixes. Maybe that one. Maybe I should stick a red tag on it just to remind me. There's a Phoenix in here. I also don't have Anemorphia because, as I said earlier, back then there was this idea to fill in blanks, and I mean Anemorphia has a couple of those fill in the blanks pages that I don't like, so I never got Anemorphia, and since I haven't done anything in Mythomorphia and Imagenomorphia, I never felt the need. And his two newest books, Geomorphia and Phantomorphia, they're just such a different style, and there are only like really just one or two pictures in each book, so I didn't get them. In the same vein, pretty new, I think it's one of my newest books, is Mythographic by Joseph Kattenbach. And it's very similar, like animals dissolving into doodles, like this ox, or the snake, a little hedgie. And I think they are so sweet, and when you color you can then start to pick out the items. And I actually did one picture in here, this one. And I don't know, I did a base with Inktense and then did the otter in I think Faber-Castell, and the leaves too. And while I colored it, and I had lots of fun doing the flowers and the otter itself, but then all of those random items popped up, and I didn't know what to do with them because they seem so random. If you just look at the pictures in black and white, since they don't stand out that much, right? But I bet if I colored this, it would too. So I don't know. Oh, Phoenix! I love Phoenix. And there's a dragon in here too somewhere, but I don't think I can find it. Yeah, maybe I'm just simply not a fan of the doodle style, after all. This is also one of the first books I got. This is Kerby Rosanes. I think it was a bit cheaper than the other books, so I always started with the big cheaper versions of everything. And the problem with this is that the paper isn't very good, but you can already see the doodly style he started to develop. And I like those much more because, of course, they're way smaller and much more manageable. Really sweet. And I did this one. I think I used Inktense for this, and I'm pretty sure I followed the tutorial, but I cannot for the life of me remember by whom. I think it turned out pretty sweet. And then there should be, I'm pretty, oh, didn't I mention I wanted to organize? See, I just do a break and then forget what you're actually doing. Oop. Okay, so this is done. And I suppose I should call this a work in progress, shouldn't I? Oh yeah, Pablo pencils over Inktense, it says so. But I don't think I'll come back to it. I don't like it. Okay, so I like this one, but I'm pretty sure I also did one. This is the back of the book. It's not really a picture, and I think I started to just try and color. But as you can see, I think color pencil doesn't work so well on here. And this is done with felt tip markers. Because in the beginning I tried out all different mediums, and also I tried out markers. I'm pretty sure there's a picture done with markers in here. Yeah, this one. It's one of my earliest pictures when I just started coloring. I mean, it's nothing inspired, but you'll see a couple of other examples done with like water-based felt tip markers like that, and out of those, this is actually pretty good. Yeah. Doodle Invasion by Kerby Rosanes. Then I have a book that's actually not seen a lot. It's Hidden Nature by Crock, and I really love this book. I think they only did one more book, and I would almost bet that this is out of print now. This is one of those that would be. It has a very interesting binding. The spine goes out of here, and then it has this cat is found everywhere in the book. And I think it's such a wonderful, wonderful book. Let me just show you some of the pictures. And you can see that the cat is hidden somewhere. It's called Hidden Nature. So like here's the cat. There's a little doe hidden behind here, and there's the cat. It's almost a bit of a Rita Berman style if you look at it. Oh. And yeah, little kitty cat. And I really, really like this one, but I often don't know what to do with those not naturalistic drawn pages. Don't know where to put the colors or things like that. But I still really enjoy the art. And for those, I really need like an inspiration picture. The problem with binding is, as you can see, I haven't even looked at this much, but it's already coming apart. I'm very careful with that. I bet the paper is in here to tell me that I wanted to color this, so let us do what we're actually here to do. Oh. And this is the only thing that I actually started in this. And as you can see, I don't really know what to do with the, do you shade them like you usually would with a strawberry, or do you pick them out? This is all Faber-Castell. I noted down the colors here, but I don't think I'll come back to this. Even though I really like the book, it's really sweet. Hidden Nature. Oh god, this is falling out now. Then we come to this one. This is actually one of those really specials that I don't think I will color, but I just wanted to have it because of John Howe. I'm a fan of John Howe's art since I was a teen. I know him from his very famous Lord of the Rings illustrations. He used to do Lord of the Rings, for the book Lord of the Rings. So when they made it into a movie, they wanted to stay as close to the art direction of John Howe and Alan Lee, I think is his name, because those two artists were at that point already so closely linked with Lord of the Rings, and so many fans had their images in their mind when they were reading the book. So a lot of the art direction that is in the movie actually stems from pictures those two did way back. And he apparently also does like line art, and he has done this one, and I also know that he has done some line art for the Game of Thrones coloring book that I want to get just because of that reason, because I love him very, very much and his art. And this is one of those, it's Color in Art Magische Drachenwelt. I actually don't know what it's called in English. Magical Dragons or something. And it's one of those fold outs. Like it starts here and it's one big picture that it folds out like that. Oh, I love this. So yeah, it's very, very big, and I don't think I will. It goes like this. I will color this because it's too big, but to just have his art. And I got it used. The next two pictures are very well known as well. This is Kanoko Egusa, Rhapsody in the Forest, and Menuet de Bonheur, just the Dutch edition of the original Japanese book. So many thanks to this Dutch publisher who picks up so many of the very, very, very famous artists whose books you couldn't get in Europe, well, in the Germany, UK, US, because like Tomislav Tomek or the Japanese books, they picked them up, many of them, and made them widely available. So I'm so happy for that. I've seen Kanoko Egusa's art, and I really love the whimsical little animals, but it was never feasible for me to actually get the Japanese books. And after I found out that the paper in the Japanese books is generally good for color pencil, I always wanted it but couldn't get it. And then finally, when I found out that the Dutch publisher had picked them up, I could. And paper they use is also very, very good. So I'm sure you've seen this. It has, that's a mercat. I haven't even seen that before. Huh. It has this very whimsical, the little animals. Very, very detailed too. I haven't done anything in it because I would just sit on this ages and ages, but I think the art is just lovely. And this is always something that where I feel I will come back to when my skills have progressed to the point where I can do this. So this is Menuet de Bonheur and Rhapsody in the Forest. I think one of them has a super adorable Easter picture. Maybe this Easter I will get back to it and actually do it. Lovely, wonderful books. The next two are from Emilie Lide, and I saw her books because Catherine from Always Coloring, I've talked about her already, did a lot of coloring in them. And before that I saw them, but the art didn't appeal much to me. This is Fairy Tales by Emilie Lide. It's a very different art style from other colorists. Oh God, isn't this the sweetest? But after I saw Katrine color in it, I it started to really appeal to me. That's how it sometimes is, right? You see the line art and it doesn't speak to you, but then you see it colored and you can see the potential it has. And so this was kind of easy to get because it got picked up by an English publisher. And this is the English version, obviously. But then I wanted to get Saga of Sagna. And it was out of print. And when I got Botanicum, the homepage where I ordered it, I told you it was a Danish website because my partner then got it for me. They had this apparently in stock, but when I ordered it, they said like, no, sorry, we can't get it to you. And I was heartbroken because I really wanted to have this book. It's so sweet and whimsical. And I talked before about that I am so afraid that some of those smaller books go out of print and then aren't available anymore. And this is one of those examples. But luckily, Emilie managed to get this back in print. So this is a new print run. It doesn't say, I mean, not so that I can read it, which edition this is, but this is a new print run, so if I could finally get this. I also got this. This is from Holland with Love from Marcia van den Berg. It's one of those books where you see it picture colored, and it seems so wonderful. But if I just look at the line art, I don't quite know what to do with it. Well, let me check. I need to see what the cat's doing. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, but I've seen this done wonderfully. And I think this one you could pick up on Amazon together with some of her other books. She has several, actually. And unfortunately, her latest, you can't. So far, it's only available on her Etsy. And that always means that shipping, to me, is almost just as much as the books. And that's usually not something I can justify to myself. The last two in the stack are little postcard books by Hanna Karlsson. And you saw that earlier when I showed you the books, that I've colored exactly one picture in the book, but that's actually not true. I colored at least 2 of her postcards in Winter Dreams. I unfortunately just can't show you because I sent them away. That's the point of them, I suppose. I may have a picture somewhere, but I don't know. I like them because they're small and quicker to finish, but most of them, because they're shrunken down, get a bit too small to color properly. But I've done a couple of this, and Winter Dreams never released as a book. It's just available in postcard. And I think I read that Hanna Karlsson said that the Swedish version is out of print already too, but the English one is still in print. And I also got Daydreams postcards. Maybe because I was hoping the smaller size might help me actually get to do one of those. But it gets a bit too small. Yeah, it gets a bit too small in the details, so I actually haven't done anything in it yet. Okay, that was that stack. Let's go on to the next. Okay, the next stack is headed up by Bergerdin by Peggy directly. It was part of a recent haul, so I won't show it to you again, and I haven't done anything in it yet. Then, even though they're pretty far back in the pile, it doesn't has to say anything about how much I like these. These are all the books by Rita Berman. And I love the books by Rita Berman. This is the spring one. She has 4 books for every season. And she has this super sweet style. You might have seen this on my channel. I did this, I think last year spring. This is done with Caran Pablo and soft pastels for the background. It didn't quite work out how I had imagined it. I've seen this technique where you cut out a cloud shape and then just put the soft pastel over it. Well, for a first attempt I think it's okay. And this is all done with Caran Pablo and again soft pastels, and this time the soft pastels worked a bit better. I have a video for how to do the little butterflies up on the channel. This one you see me... No, you haven't seen me do it, but I showed it. This was the Tiny Tin challenge, where I did this with only 12, basically a small set of Holbeins. And I really like her books because they're so small, so it's very easy to just finish something quickly. I'm a very slow colorist, so and I lose interest in a picture if I sit on it for weeks on end. So with those pictures I actually can do them in a weekend and I'm done with it, so I really like them for that reason. And the spring book is just, you know, I wish for spring so much right now, so I do a lot in it. This one I honestly can't remember. I think it was just done, I don't know. The background is done with the Neo color, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I remember again, we were organizing this. I can already see you scream at me in the comments because I completely forgot to actually mark them. Okay. Again, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did them about at the same time because you can see they're done in the same colors. But I think I didn't like the color scheme because the muted leaves and the muted purples just didn't appeal to me. Okay, let's go back here. I ran out of blue tags. Sure, it's not because I did finished so many pictures. Huh. Is it? Okay. Here. And here. Well, this is finished too. Like so. I think that's it for this book. Oh, this is so sweet. Even smaller scenes. Yeah, I have a feeling I might do a couple more this spring. So this is spring. Then this is summer. Summer is wonderful too. Summer really lends itself to her art because the art just screams to be colored in bold colors, I feel. This is one I did. I think it should have some background, but you know, as you know, me and backgrounds just don't go well together, so I'm calling this done. I think I did it with Pablo's, just, you know, one evening when I wanted just to go crazy with colors. I think I did it last year, in summer. Might be the only one I actually did in this book. Oh, this one is sweet too. This mandala type page just with the strawberries and all those fruits. Really love her books. I've seen this done so wonderful too. Summer. Then there's autumn. Autumn is my favorite season. But right now I really want to have spring. I've seen Rita herself do several of these pictures so prettily. Oh, look at the little hedgie here. I really like those seasonal books because they I can go back to them per season and just, you know, they capture the feeling I have. Look at this, isn't that sweet? And this is winter. You've seen this recently on a haul. I just got this, so I haven't done anything in this, but I really look forward to next winter to start working in this. Especially for Christmas, there are a couple of really sweet Christmas pictures in here. So those are her 4 seasonal books, and she has a 5th book out, which is called Mein Spaziergang durch die Jahreszeiten, so my strolls through the seasons, where she just has picked her favorite pictures of all the 4 books into one book. So if you like her art, but don't want to get 4 books, then you can get this one book and have basically all seasons together. And then she also has like an Earth book, Die Welt unter der Lupe zu Lande und Die Welt unter der Lupe zu Wasser, for water. I just got them very recently together with the winter one, so I haven't done anything in it either. And you've seen this, so just a quick flip through. But I look very much forward to do something in this. This one's wonderful. This one too. And I've seen Peter Hewitt color a lot of these. Very wonderful. This is the water one. And this is the earth. And as I said last time, I can really recommend Rita Berman's Instagram because she colors her own art. And for inspiration, it's really wonderful to see what she does with her pictures. And she favors bold colors, so of course that appeals to me. So this is Rita Berman, really one of my favorite artists. Then I have Adorable Animals Grayscale coloring book, and by Jay Madej. And this is, I think, my first Grayscale book. And I like it because in the beginning she shows a bit of advice how to color on Grayscale. And of course, you know, the pictures are full of adorable animals. So, but I haven't done anything in this yet. I don't know, I really should. Oh, this is for Easter. Oh, I can see this done so wonderfully. Oh, my little kitties. I really should get around and try this. Then we have another German one. This is Exotischer Urwald by Good Wives and Warriors. And Good Wives and Warriors you might know because they have like Alice in Wonderland, Shakespeare Escape, Christmas Escape. And I really like their art, and this one is for like a rainforest, or not rainforest. How would you translate Urwald? Because rainforest, they have a rainforest in here, but it's not only that. It goes through all around the world. You can see here. You know, from the rainforest to Japan, even Australia, and very varied. And I've seen Alina, I think coloring, Alina coloring. Right? I forgot the name of her channel, but I'm sure you know who. She's done a lot of work in this. Very pretty. I haven't yet, but I'm very happy to have it. It's one of my earlier books as well. This one is a very special book to me too. It's Dragonology, it's basically the coloring companion to, learning about dragons. And my partner got this for me because he knows that I love dragons and that I love coloring. And this is such a wonderful book. It's in the style of an encyclopedia about dragons. It has a little whimsical, or a bit silly sometimes, text about the dragon that's here. And so far I haven't dared start this because I don't want to. Because I only want to have my best work in this book. But at some point I really should get onto it because, oh my god, look at all of those. They're so wonderful. Sea serpent. Oh, there's a phoenix in here too. Cockatrice. Tasmanian dragon. Yeah. Sargasso dragon. It's such a wonderful book. And it's very, very pretty, as you can see. I love this book. And then the last book of this stack is Colin Thompson's Fantastisches Malbuch. And this book is by Ravensburger. And I knew of Colin Thompson, without S, Colin Thompson, because he does illustrations for puzzles. And I think the publisher then asked him to maybe do line art for a coloring book that usually would go into a puzzle. And this is what this is. You can see here, there's the puzzles. And this is grayscale too. Pretty heavy grayscale, partly. I think this works well as an art book. Don't even need to color in it, just looking at all the things that are there. Okay, that was that stack. Off to the next.